You're watching Satluj TV News. I'm Angus Scott in London. Afghanistan's embassy in India has suspended operations more than 2 years after the Taliban's return to power in Kabul following the collapse of the Western-backed government. Most foreign nations, including India, do not officially recognise Afghanistan's Taliban government, but acknowledge them as the de facto ruling authority. This has left many Afghan embassies and consulates in limbo, with diplomats appointed by the former government refusing to cede control of embassy buildings and property to representatives chosen by the Taliban authorities. An embassy statement said that it had been increasingly challenging to continue operations due to cuts in staff and resources, including a lack of timely and sufficient support from visa renewal for diplomats. The closure follows reports that the ambassador and other senior diplomats had left India in recent months, with infighting among those remaining left in New Delhi. New Delhi evacuated its entire mission from Kabul as the Taliban closed in on the Afghan capital in August 2021, but last year sent back a small team to reopen its sprawling embassy. Most foreign nations similarly withdrew diplomatic staff at the time and have not yet returned, although a handful of embassies, including Pakistan, China and Russia, never closed and still have ambassadors in Kabul. The change of power in Kabul stranded tens of thousands of Afghan students, business people and medical tourists across the world. Most of these chose not to return, including dozens of Afghan army cadet officers training at Indian war colleges who feared persecution if they did indeed go back. Some have gone back, however, with the Taliban authorities keen to publicise any returns as a sign of faith in their leadership. In January last year, Italian police were called to Afghanistan's Rome embassy after scuffles broke out when a junior diplomat claimed he had been appointed by the Taliban's leaders to take over from an ambassador loyal to the former government. Most senior Afghan foreign ministry officials are currently in Moscow attending a Russia-brokered conference on the country and were not available to comment on the closure of the embassy in New Delhi. There was no immediate response from India. You've been watching Satluj TV News, and don't forget to click on that subscribe button to make sure you get to see stories as they're broadcast. And of course, if you have any comments or opinions on any of our news stories, you can of course leave a comment below or indeed drop us a direct message at message@satlujtv.com. We'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, thanks for watching for Satluj TV News. I'm Angus Scott in London.